And in your opinion, for the third question, if I want to ask it, when disruption happens, by having the proper innovation in place, or no, starting from the disruption, we have like an innovator, a disruptor, then the creating actually is fundamental and then innovation is happening.
You mean the sequence?
The sequence, yes. Which one is first?
The first, well, the disruptor is first. It's a pebble in the lake. So the disruptor is somebody throws a pebble in the lake, and a lot of waves start to form, right? You throw a pebble in a very still water, and you get rings of disruption. And each one of these rings of disruption evolves. What's interesting about this whole idea, they seem to be happening in different time zones, the rings of disruption, but effectively they happen exactly at the same time. In other words, once the pebble is thrown, the disruption is guaranteed. Just a question of how fast, but it's actually happening in a very strange way, all at once. Marshall McLuhan called this whole idea the all-at-onceness nature of change. It happens all at once, but you don't see it all at once. So you see it essentially first as an email, then you see it as e-commerce, then you see it as Amazon. But effectively, email, Amazon, e-commerce happened exactly in the same day. It just did not penetrate. In other words, when you throw this pebble in the water, all the water rings are happening. Your eye doesn't see them at the same time. But effectively, for all the purposes interested in the development of this phenomenon, they are happening once the pebble has been thrown. Same thing with the disruption. Right now, people are, for example, taken by artificial intelligence and the role of neural networks in creating text or images. And most people don't understand the power of this thing and the fact that this is irreversible. We cannot start pretending that this did not happen and continue teaching design and art the same way we did it, pretending that drawing is a skill that is important. Because that's what people will do right now. People will start saying drawing is a way of thinking. No, drawing is not a way of thinking. Drawing is a way of visualizing what is in your mind's eye. And once you see that, then you stop and you say, hey, that's exactly what I was looking for. That limits how far that can go. Artificial intelligence pushes the whole idea way further, way beyond your imagination. That's what's happening right now as a disruptor. The disruptor is Mid-Journey and DALL-E and all this Dream Studio, but people don't see it. They see it as trivial experiments of technology. Well, they're as trivial as the MIDI sound was 50 years ago in music, which transformed music and actually destroyed industries and created new ones.
Very nice. Yes, it's very interesting when we look it back how actually everything is started, specifically from the technology point of view, the fundamentals, infrastructure of the technology, how everything just moving forward. And now we are at this stage.
Once we were able to compress data into MP3s, it was just a matter of time until we created MP4s. That's another ripple effect, right? So all the ripples are happening at the same time. It's just that we cannot accept them as happening at the same time.
Right.
By the same time, I conceptually at the same time, which means in the moment I invent the telephone, I invented the internet. Of course, historically it wasn't in the same year, but conceptually it was, because once I have the telephone, I can think of the internet. That is the transformational change part, right? Then the rest is a transition. Right now we are transitioning to this transformational change in which artificial intelligence starts to take over, which is something normal, something we always wanted as humans. And the entire journey of human life on Earth has been to make machines.